Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the third war of Season 26 here, and today 4Loki is going to be facing 211. So, if you guys have seen my other war videos so far this season, you know that we are not off to a good start. We're 0-2, so we've won 0, lost 2. Morale is pretty low at this point. You know, we lost to New Nation, which is pretty standard. We lost to SAS. I feel like we usually beat them. So when I saw that we had 2-1-1, I was like, okay, cool. I know that we faced these guys before. You know, we have beaten them when we faced them in the past. I don't remember a time since I joined in Season 19 that we've lost to these guys. So, you know, I was kind of thinking like, okay, cool. You know, looks like we're going to win one here. Looking at their map, I don't see a ton of Omega Red fights lined up. I see a lot of Human Torch fights, which is fine. You know, I've got a streak going right now. I'm not necessarily going for like super high PR this season. I'm more concerned with our crypto competition that we've got going on right now, in which I'm in first at the moment. So, yeah, MCoC boss, we've seen that before. Pretty much everything here we've seen before, and I think every defender we're going to face is going to be a rank 3 6-star, which at this point is definitely the norm. So, just looking around, not sure why I paused there. I think I was trying to figure out if I was going to be quaking that cable. But yeah, their map looks pretty good. Go ahead and join here. And we're actually going to be bringing in Omega, Sabretooth, and Captain America, which is actually one of my favorite champions. He was not my first rank 5, but he was my first Sig 200 5-star. I used a Science Awakening gem on him, and when 5-star Sig stones were still really rare, I used all of them on him. So I'm going to be starting off on path 3 here. This is just going to be a Morningstar. And this node basically has nothing. It has like armor. This is a node that, you know, if we needed like a Guillotine 2099, we would build her up here probably. But pretty straightforward fight. Just, you know, using the bleed to heal. Goes down in under 30 seconds, no big deal. And then we are going to be moving up, and this is a fight that I absolutely hate taking. It's just the node. With Omega Red, you have to use a power start one, or you use a special one usually. I hate using special ones with Omega Red. It takes your damage away instead of doing damage. I guess it's a nice safety net for if you have to heal, but you know, if I have to heal, then I would prefer to throw the special 3. Either way, right there I pushed heavy and it didn't register. So, you know, now he's building up Furies, which is kind of dangerous. He's only got a few, so not the biggest deal in the world, but still, you know, kind of annoying. Either way, he drops. Again, I think it's just a mental thing. I don't care for that. I don't like taking that fight. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to path 9 in section 2. This is going to be a Magneto. So this is pretty good placement because it kind of forces you to either bring Captain America or somebody with like slow or like a stagger or nullify or something. So I actually do think that this is pretty good placement, the stun reflection. But we do have Captain America here. I was told that I could go ahead and run suicides, but I did switch to half suicides for this fight, because in a duel I was just taking a lot of block damage. So I'm doing half suicides and a combat regen boost for this fight and the next fight. You can see I'm getting pretty unlucky with my kinetic charges. Like whenever I fight against a Captain America, like every time I hit him or, you know, block hit him, he's getting a kinetic charge. Here I like, you know, just cannot get them. So you know, you can see that I'm getting like an average of like 1 per 5 blocked hits. So finally I just decided to throw my special 3. You want to wind up your heavy with him. Before you throw any sort of special attack, you get a fury. And it's actually a really big fury. I'm using science boost because I literally never ever ever use science champions. So I just decided to use like some science power back boosts. And you can see I got like a bar of power back, which is pretty good. And now at this point, I know he's getting ready to go down. I have seen Legacy take this fight before, and he threw his special 2 and took like all of the damage back that he had just done, so I am definitely not trying to do that. He's almost down though, hit him one more time, and that's the end of it. So not too bad at all here. I'm going to go ahead and put on the other half of my suicides and go into this Killmonger fight. This fight does actually get like a tiny bit sketchy for a second. And you'll see what I mean. I end up getting cornered, and I am comfortable taking this fight. I've taken Killmonger on the mini-boss node before, the stun reflection mini-boss, and it always goes really well. I kind of gave Dreamin' a hard time a while back about being nervous about it. But this is kind of like one of the, I don't want to say like worst case scenarios, but this is kind of the danger of this fight, is getting cornered. So, because you don't want to accidentally parry. So there, had to dex his heavy against the wall, which I absolutely hate doing, but it did work out, so it's alright. And then we are going to be moving up here after Apocalypse goes down, and I'm going to be taking this rank 3 Namor. He is Sig 200, so the concern was that maybe he would like reflect a lot of my like death field damage back onto me. I'm not super worried though. Like whenever I see a Namor in like the monthly event quest or something, I fight him with Omega. You know, you do take a little bit of damage back, but like you can see there, I just took like a little chunk of my health. It's probably like 5% every time that he hits me with a medium. But for some reason, when he throws his special 1, I'm not getting damage reflected back onto me. And there, I don't know what happened. I swiped out of the way and just stood there. But again, it could have been user error. It definitely, you know, could have been on me. I was not playing my absolute best in this fight. But you can see here, fight's almost down. Just lost a little bit of health. Some of it was because of the mistake I made, and some of it was just from the like damage getting reflected. But again, I'm not super concerned. So this is gonna be my last fight of the war. This person did have a Mystic in their profile, a Dr. Doom, so I went ahead and dueled just to like see if they were running Mystic Dispersion, and they were, but it's not 5 out of 5. It looks like 3, maybe 3 points. But Man-Thing puts a lot of buffs on you, so even just 3 points in Mystic Dispersion is still quite a bit against this guy. And I do have the White Magneto pre-fight on here as well, so this is just spry. The biggest thing with this fight is just the brute force and the limber. I think people think that Man-Thing is good on these nodes where you can't like stun him because of that unstoppable on his heavy attack, but it's so short. Like, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I don't think that this is a good spot for Man-Thing. And you can see too that I lost like all of my spores, which is kind of frustrating. So I've been kind of sitting at 10 spores for a while. It still does okay damage. Gonna go ahead and finish up with a special 3 here, and that is actually the end of my war. So pretty okay war for me. I had a decent amount of fights and a couple mini bosses, so that's always good. We are doing PR this season, but we're also doing things a little bit differently. In addition to PR, we're also doing this like this cryptocurrency thing. It's kind of hard to explain. I think Taters is going to explain it in a video, But in our war against SAS, I actually got a gold coin for my war, so that was really awesome. That was Lags got the first one, and then we had a tie for the silver. But I did want to go ahead and show those, and then this is a up close image of my coin. My coin is going to remain the same, all throughout the season. But super cool concept. Hopefully Taters explains it soon, and then I can explain it further and like let you guys know where I'm at with it. It's just kind of complicated, so I don't want to like, get too into it. Either way, as you can see, we did end up losing this war. Still haven't won a war yet, so this is our third war of the season. We have lost all three, and normally my battle group does really, really well. We have like 0 to 1 deaths in every single war. In this war, we died 5 out of the 7 times in the Alliance, so one of our worst war performances as a battle group that we've had in a very long time, which is unfortunate. Just like a lot of really unfortunate things happening kind of all at the same time. Like people who never die, dying. So hopefully that's behind us now. It should be, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we are not super engaged. I can tell that I'm not playing as well this season as I played like the last few seasons. So hopefully we can kind of turn it around. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.